The last method we need to talk about here is solving the system using elimination. So in order to do so, what I'm first going to do is I'm going to get all the variables on one side of the equation. So I'm going to take my top equation and I'm going to move that 2x over on both sides, and that's going to give me a y minus 2x equals 3. And then over in my second equation, let's add a 4x to both sides. So that's going to give me a y plus 4x equals 9, rather. And using the elimination method, our goal is to try and add these equations together so that one of the variables will cancel out. And in order to do that, I need to look at my coefficients of these variables. I want them to be opposites of each other. So I've got a 1 and a 1, a -2, and a +4. So right now, if I were to add these two things together, nothing would cancel out. None of these variables will cancel. But what I can do is I can multiply one of these equations, every single term, by the same number, kind of manipulate the equation, and then I can add them together. So I have a couple different options here. I can multiply either one of these equations by -1. That would make my y's cancel. Or if I were to multiply my top equation by a +2, I'm seeing that I would have a -4 on top and a +4 on the bottom. So, let's do that, make things a little interesting. I'm going to multiply everything by 2 and the top here. So that's going to become a 2y plus, let's try that again, 2y plus 4x equals 6. And I'm going to keep my bottom equation the same as it is. So y plus 4x equals 9. And I'm realizing here that this should have been a negative. So let's see if I can change that. That's a 2y minus 4x up top. Okay, at this point, I want to add these things together. Add both of my equations straight down the line. So here I'm going to get a 3y. When I add these two together, that's when they cancel. And this is going to equal, looks like that's going to equal 15. And if I divide, now this is one equation. I've eliminated the x, and I can solve for y by dividing each side by 3. And I get y equals 5, which is what we had before with our other methods. Now to find the x, I would take this 5, plug it in for y in either one of my equations, and solve for x. And what we're going to find is we have the same solution of 1, 5. Up next, we're going to try an application problem, and we'll start that in the next video.